Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. Long time no see.
Yes, it is a long time no see. You look like Stephen Jobs, only a lot more fitter
Oh, that's good.
and a lot less of a bank account, probably.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about issue 2 today.
Yes, why do you support issue 2?
The question really is why are you against?
Oh, that's right. I'm supporting issue 2.
Yeah.
I'm supporting issue 2 because I think it brings out democracy. I think, it supports democracy. I think it also allows for us to discuss the fiscal issues that confront us.
I think it's because you're a Republican neo-Nazi who likes to throw everything out all at once.
No, well, I mean, if you look at it, a lot of people that supported, all the candidates in the past, like the Republicans, kind of brought us to John Kasich. And Kasich finally fulfilled what the Republicans always said they would do. They would just crush government and throw it out with the bathwater.
I don't see them crushing government. I see them wasting our time doing stupid things while real things need to be taken care of. Let's see, we want to lease off the turnpike, we want to sell off our liquor stores, current revenue streams for future benefit.
Well, I say that's no good either. However, if you look at what we've gotten ourselves into, a lot of the people that are in the public unions have voted, right-wing single-issue candidates, whether they vote for abortion, whether they vote for fiscal conservatism. But when it comes to their actual paycheck getting paid by the government, now they want to be excluded from that public discourse.
Look, the problem with issue 2 and SB 5 is that it's a whole bunch of things, not just the paycheck. I mean, he took and he put this whole thing all in one. There are parts of it I agree with, but I can't vote for the parts I agree with and vote against the part I'm against.
Why? That's what compromise representative government is about.
We don't have compromise in the government anymore. We got a Republican and a Democrat, and never the twain shall meet, right?
Well, what I'm saying is that if you look at the support, in other words, if you vote yes on issue 2, that means the people that are in the government and the people that live in your community will have to worry more about who gets elected to their local communities. Look at the Kettering issue right now. Ashley Webb, who supported issue 2 and who has been financed by the powerful,
right,
is finally rearing his head like Kasich. They are partisan. They really want to.
In case you can't tell, Greg does not like Ashley Webb.
Well, I didn't say that, but what I said
was... He's a Tea Party candidate.
He's a Tea Party candidate, and, he brings a certain amount. In other words, that's who was elected by...
Because Kasich's going to, throw the baby out with the bathwater, that's
what baby is he throwing out?
Well, collective bargaining is the big one.
And we cannot come back and get that some other time? And collective bargaining, what's that do?
Well,
explain why that's a benefit.
Why collective bargaining is important. Greg, you have a job sometimes.
That's right. Nobody collectively bargains for me except for me.
Right. And if you don't want to do something for the amount they're offering, or if they want you to do something unsafe, you just say no and walk away from it, right?
And they have the option too.
When they're police or fire and they say no, we don't want to do it, they can't strike if issue 2 passes.
They can walk away from their job if they have principle. And that's what I do when I have
And they walk away from their job and they actually can be put in jail. That's the problem. Because government safety workers...
In the land of the free and the home of the brave, everything's illegal. Everybody can go to jail for anything at any time.
Well, Greg, the whole thing with House... I have no problems with eliminating step raises. I have no problems with saying you got to pay 15% of your health insurance. In fact, it was interesting, the city of Dayton, in their last hurrah, last Wednesday, had 3 emergency ordinances to pass 3 collective bills with labor, all with 13%, and rush it through before this comes into force and before 2 of them go bye-bye from the commission, because the Dayton City Commission is basically owned by the organized labor in this town.
Exactly. They're owned by organized labor, and they'll be more owned by organized labor if you vote no on issue 2.
What we really
because there'll be collusion, as there's always been. The Republicans have said there's collusion between the organized labor and who gets elected. So you get stagnation and worthlessness on both sides of the coin.
Here's the deal. Until we take the money out of politics, we're doomed anyways. We need to totally eliminate campaign finance.
You
That's
get
what they
people
really,
like Mr. Webb, and you also get people like the unions,
Oh,
which
how
the
about the
Republicans have been
the unopposed mayor of
dead.
Springboro gets
Dead right on the union saying, "Oh, finally they get together and decide they want one issue." By gosh, the unions are going right at it on number 2.
Yeah.
So the proof is in the pudding, actually, on the Republican side. They
Yeah.
exactly are calling it correctly. The
You
unions,
can't-
when they get together, that's right. That's why you break them up and say, you know what?
Why
If
do you need to
voted
break up
on-
unions?
If you,
Why do you need to break up unions?
a lot of these people that are in what I consider a sin of omission. In other words, when your local union rep who worked for Dayton Power and Light or General Motors or
Right.
Delta, you didn't continue to buy their cars. You cared less about your neighbor. Why should they care about you now? You know what? You want to continue to make your wage and your salary, however the tax base is shrinking. What I'm saying is we aren't having a true discussion about what the issues are.
We're not having a
We're
true
just having a discussion about collective bargaining.
We're not having a true discussion about anything in this country anymore.
That's right. That's
the
why I
whole-
would vote yes. Then you'll have a little more discussion about who actually you get put in.
And then we
How did Mr. Webb get elected?
we won't have any
He got
police.
elected because money talked and people looked at it and said, "We need the Tea Party."
No.
Well, you got the Tea
Actually,
Party.
Webb,
Well, Trump-
actually, Webb cuts a pretty convincing figure as a conventional political candidate. He's dressed as nice. He's sharp.
and he says nothing and does nothing.
And he's a lieutenant colonel in the Army Reserve, and he's got all these great.
A telephone
Credentials.
colonel. Yes.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
I know, that's what I mean.
We don't elect substance.
Now we'll
we
focus.
elect style, and Kasich's style seemed better than Strickland's until he decided to, go on his Wall Street wizardry binge of trying to fix government by doing the same thing Wall Street did to the rest of us.
What I'm saying is if you vote yes, then people will put scrutiny on people like Mr. Webb and they will not get elected. You'll be more
in the
interested
meantime,
in
there
your
won't
local
be any
politics.
police departments, fire departments, teachers. The
There
whole
won't-
system will fall apart.
There won't be any anyway because you won't be able to afford the pensions and the services.
Well,
so all you'll be
okay.
doing is paying
So-
pensions and bonds
so we
and
vote-
no services.
So you vote no on 2, and then we come back and get rid of the automatic pay increases. We get rid
you
of
think that's going to happen?
we get rid of things like the pension spiking, where you work for 3 years and end up. We get rid of
But
double
if you vote
dipping.
yes, you get rid of it right now.
And
And then we won't have to have collective bargaining about whether we buy Sig Sauer weapons or whether we buy this particular communication device or that one. Get a job, do your work. Otherwise, hit the road and do something else. Vote yes on issue 2.
vote no on issue 2.
Thank you.
Don't listen to this guy.
You probably won't.